Tonight's special holiday presentation is brought to you by Happy Cat Cat Treats. If you want a healthy, happy cat, feed them Happy Cat. And by Evil Stick! Yes, Evil Stick! It's not just a toy, it's endless nights of unforgiving damnation. Evil Stick! Well, what you just saw would have been the beginning of the 2014 Christmas special for Chester Grimm's Mausoleum, which unfortunately is not going to be this year. My name is Ray Boucher, and this, of course, is Jay Reel, and we're here to tell you a little bit about what would have been a great Christmas special and why we didn't actually produce it this year. Jay, you've got some personal details you'd like to share with the folks, of course.
Well, for the few people that listened to the podcast I did, 4 or 5 episodes of, or I forget how many episodes I did of it, but I stopped doing the podcast. I may resume it at some point. And the last one I did, I believe, is when I talked about my mother going through several health issues and they had put her in a nursing home for rehab and such. Well, she passed away on November 1st. And so it's, you go through the regular process of, I guess, grieving and then family getting together and saying their condolences and such as that. And the people that have responded online and on Facebook to that situation, I certainly appreciate your thoughts and what you had to say about it. And just letting you know I'm still here. I stopped the podcast, but I may resume it again at some point. I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted to give thanks to everyone who gave their condolences about Mother's passing. And I don't know if that had anything to do with the delay of this. I don't guess it did, really. But
well, no, not to an extent. And of course, things I've started working again, and it's finding the time to do it, and we've actually had a script almost completed. We were actually going to shoot last weekend, and I couldn't get the script finished on time. And after a point, it was just like, you know what, just forget it. What's the point? We had what I thought was going to be a couple of nice bits. Some of the props we're going to be showing off, and a wonderful short. It actually is not a short, but truncated version of the classic 1972 Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny was going to be the feature that played. It was just and the Chester Grimm fans and all those.
There's a few out there.
All those Make-A-Wish kids and the kids at St. Jude's Hospital are going to be disappointed this year that we didn't have another Christmas special. But it was going to see actually the return of a couple of characters. One of which was Chris, the cannibal who kidnapped Chester and was going to eat him several years ago in a former Christmas special. We had washed the old arm brace and dug the old hat out and was getting ready to reprise my role as Chris the cannibal with the.
You still got the Bubba teeth?
That's the one thing that I couldn't find, and was going to get a replacement for the teeth, but it was going to be a hoot, and Mr. Wormser's Christmas list and all kinds of stuff.
Not to get all whiny and bitchy, but Ray does these shows. He puts these shows together. He directs them. He writes them. He edits them. He puts a lot of work into them. And I personally think, and a few people out there think that they're very funny and very entertaining. And it's just sad how few views the show gets. And even just kind of trying to look at it as an outsider, just looking at the shows and thinking that they're very funny, they're very clever, very well put together in comparison to a lot of stuff that's out there that's getting way, way, way more views on YouTube. I just don't understand. Don't understand why Chester's show is just not getting the views that it should. I really think it should get it deserves to get a lot more views because I think it's a very funny show and I can say that because, like I say, other than playing Chester, that's my involvement.
And we're topical. One of the things on Mr. Wormser's Christmas list was that Rebel Wilson dress up like a little Caesars and go to Ferguson, Missouri. Now, and I guess some would say that's probably in bad taste, and maybe that's why no one watches the show. He also wanted Kanye West to get an extra big helping of mouth cancer this year for Christmas. And you know, now that I think about it, I would wish for those things for Christmas myself. You know. But that's Mr. Wormser, not me.
Right.
But we do have a few props I wanted to show off, just to show you. We did go to the expense of actually purchasing some very elaborate props. One of which is the little gift bag that Mr. Wormser, who is dressed as Santa Claus, it got Mr. Wormser a little Santa Claus beard and was going to dress him up as Santa Claus. And Mr. Wormser gives Chester this gift bag, which contains a Olaf the Snowman sucker from Frozen, a CD bootleg of the Frankie Smith classic Double Dutch Bus, and a bootleg DVD of John Wick.
See, right there should have got you, 10, 20,000 views right there, just putting Frozen in the search, because everything's frozen.
And make no mistake, we spared no expense on these props, as you can see, and also got a little fruit cake that Tiny Marvin was gonna play around with at some point, and we'll actually be sampling that fruit cake later on in the show. So we don't want you folks to go away. Now we want to throw to Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny, which would have been the feature that we showed during the special.
And this is an edited version of the original. I guess we'll comment on it after the show.
We'll just show bits and pieces of it, because the segment that we have is basically the opening and closing of the movie. If you've never seen the movie, you can watch it in its entirety on YouTube, or there's still some people that sell it on DVD. It is in public domain. But Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny basically is a story of Santa who's stranded in Florida. He telepathically calls some children to help him, and while they're trying to figure out how to get his sleigh unstuck, he tells them the story of Thumbelina. Now, the majority of the movie is like an hour-long community theater production of Thumbelina that's just kind of shoehorned in between these bookend segments with Santa Claus, who at the end of the movie is rescued by the Ice Cream Bunny. Why he's called the Ice Cream Bunny is never explained.
Is there any ice cream in the movie?
There's no ice cream in the movie, not that I recall. And the Ice Cream Bunny drives an old-timey fire truck. But anyway, so we'll show you some clips of Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. And then stick around after it's over. We're going to have a little taste test and some fun holiday stuff for you guys.
We with land work for happy little husbands who work all day long. Making happy toys for girls and boys and kids have some sun. Santa watches over us when Santa is away. She makes sure our work is done in time for Christmas Day. She makes sure our work is done in time for Christmas Day. Tra-la-la-la-la, oh, where is Santa Claus? Tra-la-la-la-la, Santa isn't here. Tra-la-la-la, we'll just have to work some more. Tra-la-la-la-la, Santa's never been late before. Oh, where is Santa? See ya. Nothing here can say. Our work is never ready to load the toys on Santa's sleigh. Oh, worries, we just look and see out the door there. Oh, where is Santa? See us, here today. Our work is done, we're ready to load the toys. Oh, worries, we just look and see. Yes, Santa and Princess and all the rest, but Santa isn't there. There's Santa and Blizzard and the rest, but Santa isn't there. La 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 la, oh, where is Santa Claus? La 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 la, Santa isn't here. La 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 la.
There's a very good reason for Santa not being there. Of all places for Santa to be in his sleigh, stuck in the sand thousands of miles from the North Pole, way down in Florida. And without his reindeer, because they were so hot, they took off to the North Pole. What a predicament.
Oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me. Who will set old Santa free? a helping hand and get my sleigh out of the sand. My reindeers left me sitting here. It was just too hot for them, I fear. My predicament lacks its usual cheer, because Christmas Day will soon be here. Who will help me? Who will set me free? If my friends knew where to find me, they would be here. 1, 2, 3. So here I sit, patiently, stuck in the sand. Oh, woe is me, looking and waiting for someone to get my sleigh out, for day is done. Oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me. Who will set old Santa free? Who will give me a helping hand and get my sleigh out of the sand? My reindeers left me sitting here. It was just too hot for them, I fear. My predicament lacks its usual cheer, because Christmas Day will soon be here. Who will help me? Who will set me free?
Hey, Santa, what are you doing here?
This is the first time in hundreds of years that I got stuck. My sleigh came right down here in the sand. Kerplunk, we hit hard.
Are you hurt, Santa?
Oh, no, I guess just my feelings. But my reindeer, they took off for the North Pole. They tried so hard to get me out of the sand, but they just couldn't do it, and then it simply got too hot for them, so off they went to the North Pole without me.
Why do you want to be here now, Santa, in the hot sun?
Well, you know, this is the time of the year when we make our free Christmas trip around the world, and we find out who's been good and who's been bad.
We'll help you, Santa. How will you ever deliver the gifts? And what will happen to Christmas without you?
Well, now you know that old Santa has never let you down before, and Santa isn't going to let you down now. But you must remember that you must keep faith. You must believe.
Hey, Santa, why don't you take one of those planes that's circling around up there?
That might be a good idea, except what would I do with my sleigh? Look at that sun glaring down.
Poor Santa. He was so discouraged. Nothing seemed to work. But Santa is equal to any emergency, and he'll think of something. I wonder what it will be this time.
Now, everybody gather in a little closer. Come on, that's fine. And I'll tell you a story that proves that if you have faith, then all your dreams will come true. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful little girl named Thumbelina who escaped from her kidnappers, and she endured all kinds of hardships until one fine day she met her Prince Charming. Now, she never gave up hope, and like Thumbelina, you too must never give up hope. You must believe. You must always believe. Just have faith. Keep a smile on your face. And believe, and all your dreams will come true.
And this this is the part in the movie where they actually put on the production of Thumbelina. We're going to cut past that, and so here's the next section after that.
You see, children, now that you know the story, you know that you must never, ever be discouraged. Never lose faith. You must always believe. Keep on believing. Believe only good things, and good things will happen. okay?
Why don't you take one of those trains and circle around?
Come on up here, boy. He looks like a smart dog, honey, but kind of small to be able to pull a sled.
Oh, he's a small dog, but he can do anything.
Well,
And he can do real wonderful tricks, too.
well, if all the other animals couldn't get us out of this sand, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it or
He'll
not.
think of a way. He's real smart.
Well, I sure hope so. Looks like a good dog.
He'll think of a way.
I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Look at that sun. Oh, dear. What is that? What is that I hear? Where is that coming from? Oh, I hear a siren, but I don't see a fire. I don't see any smoke. Whenever there's a siren, it means there's a fire. And yet I don't see any smoke. I hear a siren. Where is that coming from? Where's that sound coming from? Oh, see thing. I think I had better get my coat on very quickly. Can't let anybody see Santa Claus without his coat on. Now, we'll just put this belt on as quickly as we can and just see what's going on. Buckle on and get it in the hoop. There, now. Straighten up a little bit. I think we're ready. Now, let's see what all this is about. What is that?
Thought Santa. That character looks mighty, mighty familiar. I wonder, could it be...
The ice cream bunny, of course. Of course. Thank you, children. It's good to see you again. Well, my old friend, the ice cream bunny. I surely hope that you'll be able to help me out of my predicament this time. Well, and all the children will be so happy, and you will help, won't you? Of course. travel, you old hound. You were the one who helped, weren't you? Were you the one that brought the ice cream bunny to help me out of my predicament? Well, old friend, I'm surely glad that you've come to help. There's so much to be done. Well, now then, yes, of course, we'll all help, won't we? And now, what are we going to do, I wonder? You think we'll all be able to help? Why, of course, of course. Well, it's time to go. We've established that we will try to make it, won't we? So, children, you'll be looking forward to your presents. We'll try very hard. Goodbye, children. Remember, you have to keep faith and you have to believe and everything will turn out to be just fine. Goodbye, children. Thank you so much. Remember, be good, just as good as you've been all year long. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye, children.
Like magic. When Santa arrived back at the North Pole, they're waiting for him.
So there you have it. That was Santa Claus, or Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'm sure that you did. And, you know, it's in the spirit of Christmas. We hope that everyone watches again and again.
Mm. And in that spirit, we have some seasonal kind of products sort of related to the season here. I mean, you've got a couple of things.
Dollar store fruitcake. This was the fruitcake that Tiny Marvin was going to be playing around with in the episode that we didn't shoot.
And it's from the dollar store, but how much was it?
It was $2.
Oh, it was $2.
Yeah. So we, like I said, we spared no expense in purchasing props for this. And this, you know, you talk about something I've never seen before.
An interesting combination of flavors.
And you can enjoy chilled or warm, as it says. This is Old Orchard. This would be a good sponsor for the show, actually. Old Orchard Apple Cherry Cobbler Flavored Juice Drink. Flavored Apple Cherry Cobbler Flavored Juice Drink. Blend from concentrate.
Mm.
Enjoy chilled or warm. Made with real cherries.
Apple Cherry Cobbler.
This is part of they have apple cider and, so, you know, enjoy for the holidays. So
if you're a diabetic and, and ready to enjoy some seasonal products and trying to watch your blood sugar, you may not want to wash down a dollar store fruitcake with Apple Cherry Cobbler flavored juice drink. You might have some issues.
But, you know, we did our taste test, the FOCO Juice Drink Challenge, which you can find here on YouTube as well. I guess I should probably just put a link to it at the bottom of the screen where people can click on it and watch it. So we're going to try the fruit cake.
And we didn't do it on camera, but the other day, Ray and I sampled some sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
I never had tried sarsaparilla before. I always watch these old westerns where someone will order some sarsaparilla, and it tastes like strong root beer.
I'm sure this is going to go straight out there to the cats, but it looks a little dry. You want an end piece, or you want something
that's good.
Deeper in?
Well, yeah, give me that second slice.
Second piece. I think I'm going to get the third because I want some with some green in it. So there you go, dollar store fruit cake, and I guess maybe we should pour us a heaping glass full of this Old Orchard Apple Cherry Cobbler.
It's been a long time since I've had any fruit cake. I'm trying to think the last time I actually had fruit cake. I never was a person that really just hated and despised fruitcake. That's always been sort of the poor reputation that fruitcake has, is that, you know, jokes are made aplenty about how terrible fruitcake is, and people just can't stand fruitcake. And I'm sort of indifferent about fruitcake. I'm sort of ambivalent about fruitcake. I
This
don't
is
have a strong feeling one way or the other.
$1.50 from Walmart, by the way. So anyway, it smells a bit marshmallowy.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Place
I'm almost smelling sort of a cinnamon sort of vibe, but not quite.
Anyway, there, grab you a chunk of that fruitcake.
Okay. Dollar store fruitcake, and what's the actual brand? Or is there a brand?
It's fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
That's all it says. Fruitcake and Happy Hanukkah. It's dry, but it tastes like fruitcake. Would you drop some in your cup there? We don't want that to compromise the integrity of the beverage.
We don't want to blend the flavors.
Mm.
You know, well, like you say, it's fruitcake. I would be interested to taste like a side-by-side comparison of a cheap $2 fruitcake and a slice of like Collins Street Bakery fruitcake, which is in Corsicana, which is, well, relatively nearby where we live here.
I like the little crunchy bits there. I'm going to have me another piece of green. I'm going to have me a sip of this. The fruitcake I didn't think was bad. This, on the other hand, has an odd smell to it.
Am I tasting nuts? Is there nuts in it? Keyword is nuts.
Expression my grandfather used to use, nutty as a fruitcake.
There you go. So I guess fruitcake does have nuts. Now it's falling apart. Okay.
This stuff is dreadful.
Well, I haven't tasted it yet.
And I don't know if it's because I just had fruitcake.
I still got bits of fruitcake in mine, so. Okay. Trying to swallow the fruitcake. Okay, let's see here.
We'll edit this down.
Apple cherry cobbler flavored juice drink.
I will have another sip. Just
And let's see, what would be the majority of the actual apple juice concentrate? I thought so. Most of your fruit drinks, unless it says 100% juice or something like that, are made from apple juice, and then they throw some other flavors at it. So okay, let's see. It don't have much of a.
I think that first swallow I had may have been the combination of the two, because on second sip it didn't taste as bad, but it doesn't taste very
It's kind of flat.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no real distinction to it. It doesn't. I mean, apple cherry cobbler. I was expecting a real kind of a sharp, sweet, taste sensation, but it tastes like kind of like vaguely sweet water to me. maybe like I say, maybe my taste buds are kind of oversaturated with the fruitcake.
But wait, there's more. Since we actually have it here in front of us, the prop, it's still fresh. It was just bought in the last week or so. Let's sample while we're doing taste tests. Let's sample the snowman.
This was in the gift bag that Chester was going to give.
Yes.
I mean that Mr. Wormser was going to give
To Chester. Yeah. So let me pull the knife out of the fruitcake there, and
What did I hear? I heard something.
I think the sacred staff of Ratat or something might have fallen over. I actually think it was that machete. Certainly wasn't somebody coming in here to burglarize the props.
Or a mob coming to watch the show.
Now this is, I believe, a vanilla artificially flavored marshmallow pop. And I'm notorious for not liking marshmallows, but if you'll let me have the head, I'll
We're talking about nuts, we're talking about head.
yeah, well, I just pulled the stick out of it. Now, you know, if I had my druthers, I'd much rather be sawing Josh Gad's head off with a dull knife than Olaf the Snowman. But anyway, I'm going to try it. There you go. You can have what's left of him. So taste
Get
test.
the lower torso here.
Taste test on Olaf.
I want to eat one of his buttons.
Buttons. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh goodness, that's a very dense marshmallow. It doesn't have the Stay Puft quality. It's feels like a damn
Gummy bear. Feels like a big gummy bear.
loofah sponge or something. Shit, I can't hardly.
We've been doing these videos for 7 years,
Pull my fucking fillings out of my teeth.
and it wasn't until now you ladies had this chance to see how attractive it was to watch me eat.
Goodness gracious.
Should I spit it out in the close-up of what it looks like?
Oh goodness. Now, anytime I see the movie and see Olaf, I'm going to have a very unpleasant taste in my mouth. Yeah.
Well, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, let's let that go. Eh.
Mm.
Yeah, the Olaf marshmallow is disgusting. Almost as disgusting as the wad of spit out glob that is on the table now.